Hello everyone, welcome to hypothesis testing. So we are about to do hypothesis testing. Unlike we were doing confidence interval, hypothesis testing allows us to make probabilistic statement about the population parameter. With confidence interval, we're able to estimate the intervals in which our parameter will be defined within. So to check if the two means are significantly different, which means 0 has to be included in their differences. So now under hypothesis testing, we're testing if the two means are the same or not. So considering this example here, saying a customer agency wanted to estimate the difference in mean amount of caffeine into brands of coffee. The agency took a sample of 15 1-pound jars of brand 1 coffee that showed the mean amount of caffeine in the jar to be 80 milligram per jar with standard deviation of 5 milligram. Another sample of 12 1-pound jar of brand 2 coffee gave a mean amount of a caffeine equal to 77 milligram per jar with a standard deviation of 6 milligram. So do hypothesis testing. In this question, they're requiring you to find the 95 confidence interval. Now let's use this 95 confidence interval to do hypothesis testing. Then we can conclude using hypothesis testing if the two means of the caffeine jar are equal, of the two brands are equal. So let's begin. We need to state our null hypothesis and alternative. But before going further, let me summarize the data, what we are given. This is our summary that we come out with from the given exercise. So we have to use this to conduct our hypothesis testing. Firstly, let's state the null and alternative. Our null will be the two means are the same. Our alternative will be the two means are different. So yeah. What is our alpha over 2? So this is our alpha over 2. Then thirdly, we'll want to know what is our test statistics. So this is our test statistics. So we'll have to calculate our t calculated value, what will be equal to. So first thing, let's calculate the pool variance. So we'll use this formula. Let's just plug in our value. We get as our S pool variance. We get our value as 29.84. So now it will be easy for us to calculate our test. So I'll get my t calculated as 1,418. Hopefully you're getting along with this. I'm not being too harsh. So now, step number 5. What's my critical value? T of alpha over 2 with degrees of freedom n1 plus n2 minus 2. So I'll have to look for this value from the table. T of 0.025 with degrees of freedom, which is 25. So the t table. So the value I'm looking for is this one that goes with you can see 0.025 in here. So and also your degrees of freedom, which is 25. So my value is 2,060. So now step 6, you'll have to compare your critical value with your calculated value. So in other words, the tabulated value. So this value that I just got now of 1.418 is my t calculated, and the one that I got from the table is t tabulated. So what do I say on the decision step number 6? So since the t cal is less than t tabulated, we fail to reject HO. Remember, we only reject HO if t cal is bigger than t tabulated. If the calculated value is bigger than the tabulated value, we reject HO. But since it's less than, we fail to reject. And what will be our conclusion? So, since we fail to reject, we are saying the means of the two brands are the same. So, your conclusion will be the means of the two brands of coffee are the same at 5% level of significance. And that's how you do your hypothesis testing. Hypothesis testing. So, check it carefully. Firstly, you have to state your null hypothesis, your alternative, alpha over 2, you calculate your t calculated, then the critical value from the table, then decide on number 6, number 7, conclude. Thank you. Keep on subscribing.